What's going on, family? It's the Griot. Just giving a little brief commentary. I heard Brother Professor Griff ask 3 questions. He asked, who are you? Who are you not? And who is God? Okay. He has 2 more, but I want to focus on those 3. Number 1, I think, who is God should be the first question. And I think that a lot of black people, we get the misconception of who Christ is because of the diluted lie that European culture has taught us and tried to indoctrinate us about who Christ is, which is a white guy with long hair, which is totally false. From then, when we get messed up at that from the start, that's when everything starts to derail on who accurately God is and who Christ is. Okay, that's where we lose it. We start getting into things like the black woman is God and all this other stuff when that's not what it is. Christ was a black Hebrew. That's what he was. With nappy hair, Christ knew what white supremacy was. He knew what racism was. He experienced it. Those Romans back then were racist. And that's what's not talked about. Okay? Christ wasn't about white supremacy, and Christ was about that life. When it came down to putting in that work when he needed to, he was about that. Peter was about that, which was his right-hand man. So we got indoctrinated when the European tried to bring the African Christianity. He deliberately diluted it because the European has already studied. He studied that Bible, and he deliberately twisted it to make it look like we were supposed to be living in a subjugated state as black people in this country, that we are to be the sacrifices for the world, that we are to be the sacrifices for white supremacy, the foundational sacrifices of white supremacy. That's what was beat into our head. So now the black church doesn't even speak against white supremacy at all. Most black churches don't even talk about how spiritually we are obligated to fight white supremacy and demand our tangibles. Reparations, cutting that check, all that. This is what we're owed. But we lose track. So that's who God is. Christ is God. Number 2, who am I? I'm a black man in America. Period. That's what I am. That's my priority. This is what I face every day. This is what determines how I survive. That in conjunction with my faith to God. Okay? That's who I am. Who I am not is a white supremacist. Who I am not is a racist. Okay? We black people name call. We have no power in this country to exercise racism against white people to where it affects their lives. We face that every day, especially as black males. And our sisters get it too. So this is what is not taught. This is what is not taught. And it's purposeful. So we gotta, in black empowerment, shout out to Jason Black, shout out to Professor Black Truth, Tariq Nasheed, POV Hilarious D, Nicole's View, Phil at the Advice Show, and I can go on and on. New black media is here. And the message of black empowerment is needed. That's why I love those brothers so much. Once we get to the point to where we're able to correctly input spirituality into the fight for black empowerment, we're going to be 100% unstoppable there, because we will have a spiritual compass in which to navigate from. We have to operate from the fact that Christ was a black man that knew what white supremacy and racism was, and he is not for that. And our people are obligated to fight against that spiritually, physically. We have to do all that together. What's going on now with the brothers in New Black Media is powerful. We are moving powerful. The New Black Media is moving powerful. And we're shaking things up. That's why I love these brothers so much. The New Black Media. And so Coonery is going to have to be purged, and spirituality is going to have to be correctly input into our move towards black empowerment and for our reparations. Because every movement needs a spirit behind it, because it's war. War goes off morale. And we're going off false morale because, like I said, the black churches aren't talking about how black people as a group need to fight against white supremacy. Using spirituality. See, that's the most powerful thing you can ever do, is to work with the moral justification for black empowerment, the spiritual and God-given right for black empowerment. That's what's needed. And it's coming, because I think we're moving towards that already. The brothers I named earlier in the video, these brothers are icons, man, in the movement for black empowerment. It's organized, and all those haters that want to throw shade, you coons and you white supremacists and you bed wenches and bed bucks, y'all about to be purged. Y'all about to be purged in all kind of ways. So let's keep that in mind. Let's keep moving forward. Degree Out is here. New music coming in 2020. Music videos coming in 2020. It's been a long time coming. Degree Out Build is out now on all digital platforms. Okay. Underground Railroad 1 and 2 by Degree Out is out now already. Rigorous Routine is coming in 2020. Threshold is coming in a month and a half. It's done. I'm just finishing some things up on that one. Okay, we got the APO album coming. Shout out to Charlie Biscuits, Sino J.E. Shout out to my nigga Quest. Okay. And I got instrumental album dropping in 2020, Black Beats. Okay. So all that's coming. 2020 has got to be a year of what can you produce? What can you put out there in our fight towards black empowerment? You feel what I'm saying? So stay woke, stay aware, and stay tuned.